Okay, how do you generate more power with your strikes? Something that an awful lot of people actually query about, even in class. How do they actually make their strikes more powerful? Well, there's some very simple tricks that you can learn to basically generate power behind your strikes. But to put those tricks into practice, you have to look at it from a certain angle. The first thing that you have to look at is, of course, what way is your body moving when you're actually applying the strike. So on a basic level, when someone's learning the basic principles of striking, the first mistake that a lot of people make is that when they throw a strike, say for example a punch, the only thing that they're actually hitting with is their arm. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, when you're actually building up the structure that goes with being able to apply a strike, the first thing that people neglect is their own body movement. So, first things first, you practice the strikes individually. Now, most martial arts, including boxing, um, practice quite an awful lot of combinations, and that's a really good thing. It's a really good practice to get into, because combinations actually teach you one very, 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 very important lesson, which is to strike multiple times. Multiple strikes are very, very important, particularly from a self-defense perspective. But when people are actually throwing multiple strikes, what tends to happen is that timing and coordination tend to take precedent over the power behind the shot. So before you actually get into the idea of trying to basically throw a combination of 3, 4, 5, 6 shots, break it down to the one, your first individual shot. So when I'm throwing this shot, first things first, I have to rotate my body. I'm not hitting with my arm and leaving my hips and my entire upper body behind me. When I throw this shot, I've got to make sure that I'm turning with the shot. And it's the same principle if I'm actually striking with the front arm. If I've already have my body rotated forward, in order to put power into this shot, I have to rotate back. So that's the first basic principle of building your power. Rotate with your shot. When you're throwing your shot, make sure that as you actually extend your arm, your shoulders, your upper body, and your hips rotate with that shot. It's a very, very simple practice, and it's well worth actually putting into your routine. Rotate. The second thing I'd say is the projection of your body weight. Projection of your body weight guarantees that when you're actually striking, there is forward momentum behind your strike. So think of it this way. There's a certain amount of distance between me and my target, and if I'm just to rotate, I'm not actually making contact. What I need to learn to do is actually close the distance by actually stepping forward. So as I actually step forward, I apply my strike. I apply my strike with the step forward. That simple maneuver of actually stepping in with the shot generates a considerable amount of power. It technically means that you're actually not just hitting with the arm, you're hitting with your whole body weight. So you put those two things together, rotate the body, and step forward as you're actually rotating, and I guarantee you that will actually add a significant amount of power to your strikes. So thanks for watching. If you like the video, please consider hitting the subscribe button below, and we'll see you again soon.